Welcome into 5 on your sideline. I am Corey Miller, and tonight is a big night. We've got the Cardinals in Cleveland, a focus on our homegrown high school graduate for City SC, and of course some high school highlights. And it truly is a playoff highlight smorgasbord tonight. So let's get right into it. First up, Kirkwood and Ladue for a state lacrosse championship. Some nice passing sets up Nate Obertino in front. He finishes it off for Ladue. Then Ryan Bishing. He gets the ball for Kirkwood. He would not be denied. Check out that score. Whoa! So fast. Kirkwood goes on to win the title 20-11. It's their first lacrosse crown since 1995. Next up, we're going to Freeburg. Big-time rivalry for a sectional softball title with Columbia in town. Freeburg's a powerhouse. Emma Otten gets into this one for a 2-run blast. And Samantha Rolanitis did the rest. She's been almost unhittable all season, and she was literally unhittable today. She threw a perfect game. 15 up, 15 down as Freeburg wins 12-0 in 5 innings. The Midgets are sectional champs and absolutely on fire. Some drama in Mascoutah, Waterloo and Triad for a girls soccer sectional title. Look at the determination by Triad's Katie Burton. Never gives up, gets a great goal. Later on, Waterloo is going to even it up. There is some confusion, but the ball's in the net, tie game. This was a classic and went all the way to penalty kicks. And this is the one that ended it. Abigail Schaff scores for Triad. The Knights win 2-1 in PKs to advance in the playoffs. How about some state volleyball championship action from last night? SLU and Lafayette for the Class 4 crown. A pair of big-time spikes from Jack Krause and Will Blasdale. That gets the job done for the Junior Bills. They roll in 3 sets to win the state title at Class 4. Congrats to SLU. Back to soccer. At O'Fallon, it's a good time to be a Panther. They won their first girls basketball state title in the winter, and just about every program had an impressive year. That includes girls soccer. They're 17-3-1 and have a 45-goal scorer as well, and they're also after their first state title since 2021. They are hungry to get back.
You don't know that until you win one, and once that happens, then it's like, well, we got to get back there. We've got to do this again.
It's just something special about us, like our grit and just never wanting to give up. There's something in us.
I'm so excited. I like to brag about it. I think it's something that I'm proud about, and I'm glad our school's like dominating in sports right now.
So how about an O'Fallon update? They keep on rolling. It's a 6-0 sectional win over our producer Jeff Coleg's Manuka team. Sorry, Jeff. The Panthers keep their run alive for another state title. Huge game on the baseball diamond tomorrow. Francis Howell at DeSmet Class 6 quarterfinals. The Spartans boast some elite starting pitching and are looking to get back on top after a title back in 2019. The Vikings under Tony Perkins are always elite and have the sting of a third-place state finish in their memories from last year. Something's got to give.
A lot of these guys experience that Final Four, and, you know, I'd be lying if they don't want to go back and finish the deal.
Well, we won the state football championship, so winning the state baseball championship my senior year would be just an amazing feeling.
It's what everyone wants at the beginning of the season. It's what everyone strives for, and right now we have a chance to go and do it.
Class 6 is a bear, you said it. Francis Howell is obviously high school baseball royalty. Nothing but respect for that program. I've known Coach Perkins for a long time. He's been very kind to me for the last 20 years as I've come up as a young coach. So we know we have a huge challenge in front of us.
Hey, a couple other scores to highlight tonight. DeSmet plays spoiler to win a lacrosse state crown over MICDS. It's the Spartans' first since 2002, that is. And on the softball diamond, Waterloo and Belleville East advance in the playoffs. Slowly but surely, the Cardinals have crawled their way back to relevance. Tonight in Cleveland, they are kicking off a series with the Guardians. This guy would look pretty good in a Cardinals uniform at the trade deadline. Just saying. Shane Bieber on the mound. He was great for Cleveland. Matthew Liberatore, he was all right for the Cards. Biggest mistake came right here. 3-run double to Ahmed Rosario. Cards tried him out a comeback. Lars Nupar going to send one off the wall. That scores Tommy Edman. 9th inning, 1-run game. And they got the right guy up. Red-hot go-ahead Gorman, who gets rung up on a full count with a tying run on second. Wow, what do you think? Let's take another look at it. Strike, no strike. Oh, it's close. Guardians take the opener 4-3. Well, as the Cards climb out of the cellar, there's no shortage of things to discuss. So I chatted with our Cardinals insider Katie Wu about the better play, Steven Matz's future, Paul DeYoung's resurgence, and go ahead, Nolan Gorman.
I asked key players and the manager, Ollie Marmol, what's changed from the end of April to the end of May? And the resounding answer has been confidence. This team is confident because they've seen how they've been able to click. They've been able to come back from deficits in games, and they truly are a completely different team than what we saw in that stretch in April and early May. We knew coming into the season, the starting pitching would be the biggest question mark for this club. And when you're looking at the players in the rotation, the majority of them have not necessarily underperformed. They've performed up to expectation. Therein lies the problem. Now, Steven Matz would be one of the rare players that is underperforming. He's 0-6 on the year, an ERA higher than 5. He's had just 2 quality starts in his entire tenure as a St. Louis Cardinal as a starting pitcher. And that's certainly not what the Cardinals signed up for when they signed him to a 4-year, $44 million contract over last offseason. For Steven Matz, he is certainly running out of time, at least for now, for the Cardinals to justify putting him in the rotation. The Paul DeYoung comeback tour has been one of my favorite stories so far this season because it's so easy to become pessimistic or negative or feel like we've seen this before. We know how the story goes. And all of a sudden, here comes Paul DeYoung, and his swing matches what we saw in 2019, his all-star season. He certainly looks like a 30-home run guy. He looks loose. He looks like he's having fun. And I think we get so locked into the offense that we forget about what steady defense he brings at shortstop. So Paul DeYoung, full credit, did all of the work over the offseason with the hitting coaches back in Florida. And there are going to be bumps along the road. We saw that with Nolan Gorman in his rookie year. He went back, he made the adjustments, and he's now performing at that level the Cardinals always believed he could be. That power is legit. It has been a minute since the Cardinals had some real raw left-handed power. But from Gorman, the biggest change has just been the assured confidence because he's seen what he can do. He's been able to replicate it. And now he's really considered one of the Cardinals' most clutch players. You don't get the name Go Ahead Gorman for nothing.
Coming up, he's the most popular high schooler in St. Louis. He has had quite the week. We're sitting down with Miguel Perez and his family after the break.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
Last night, Miguel Perez got his diploma from Pattonville High School. Tomorrow night, he'll be trying to help City SC win their 2nd straight game at City Park. Sunday night on Sports Plus, we'll bring you Miguel's story as City's first homegrown star. Tonight, let's hear about his popularity in the halls of Pattonville and how his family found out that he was going to be a professional athlete. What's the classmates' reaction like? They're going to school with a professional athlete.
Yeah.
What is that like?
Yeah, they're all like, oh my God, how did you do this? How did you do that? And some of them ask for signatures, so I mean, it's crazy.
So you're signing autographs going to classes?
Some of them, yeah.
It was surreal. You know, he called us and said they wanted to talk to us, and you know, initially we thought he had done something wrong down there or got in trouble, and so. You know, they said, no, I think it's good. They haven't told me, but they want to meet with you next week. And we were just shocked and you know, completely surprised at how quickly it was happening. Not that we ever questioned his talent or hard work. We just didn't realize it would happen that quick.
They've always wanted me to pursue my dreams. I mean, I told them I think I want to do this, and they accepted it. But I think college, it was also important to go to college. My mom, she's always telling me, so I think I'm going to take some like college courses online, so I think that's still a thing, but yeah, they helped me along the way.
He looks up to a lot of his teammates, Berkey, Klaus, Parker, you know, he really admires those guys, so
Absolutely.
I think them showing him the next step we're truly grateful for that.
As I mentioned, on the pitch, City is trying to string together 2 straight wins as Vancouver comes to town tomorrow night. City's keeper captain, Roman Berkey, has been simply superb so far this season. He's tops in goals prevented among MLS keepers, has 3 clean sheets and more highlights than you can count. The team knows he's the best in the league, but knows they could also give him a bit more help.
Yeah, we need Roman, right? We need every player in this roster. We need a good, solid back line. We need sixers who understand what we're trying to do. We need our attackers coming back in the game. You know, it's not just a one-man show at the back. We need, you know, Klauses of the world, Gio Keeney's of the world to come back and do defensive duties as well. That's the collective buy-in and the game model that we believe in, and it's topics that we discuss all the time. So yeah, Roman is good. We know that. We know what we have with him, and yeah, we value him surely.
Hey, congrats to SLU Billiken Baseball. They beat George Mason 6-5 today in the A10 tournament semifinals. That means they get to head to the championship game to face, well, George Mason. The Patriots beat Dayton today in the losers bracket to force a rematch. That will do it tonight, and with high school going on hiatus for the summer, so is 5 on your sideline. We'll see you back in August. I already cannot wait for football season. Have a great night, St. Louis.
We are signing off.